In our previous video, we have seen what is primary indexing, clustering indexing. Today we will see what is secondary indexes. To before we start, we just recapitulate our last videos. So what is primary indexing or the main criteria for primary indexing? In primary indexing, we have to fulfill two criteria. First one, the index field must be ordered, and the index field on which we are going to create an index, that must be the primary key field for primary key indexing. Now for clustering indexing, we have to fulfill two criteria. One is the field must be ordered field, and the field on which we are going to create an indexing must be an non-key field. Okay. Now, when we are going to create a secondary indexes, what will happen? What are the criteria we have to fulfill? So, to create a secondary indexes, we have to fulfill one criteria. That is the indexes on which the field on which we are going to create an index, that field, index field or indexing field, must be non-ordering field. So this is the main difference between primary key indexing and secondary indexing. So the main difference is the field or indexing field is the non-ordering field, and same the second criteria is the field, indexing field must be a primary key field or a candidate key field or a non-key field. Okay, so these are the two basic criteria we have to fulfill for secondary key indexing. So what are the two criteria? One criteria is the field on which we are going to create index, that means the indexing field must be non-ordering field, and the field may be a candidate key field or a non-key field. Okay. Now let us take one example. We are taking the reference from the fundamentals of database system by Navate. We are taking the example from this book. Okay, so this is our data file, main data file, and suppose this is our indexing field. Okay, that means on this field we are going to create an index. This is our data file, and this is our indexing file or index file. That means we are creating that index for that data file. We are create that index for this data file. Okay, so in our index file we have two fields. One is index field value, which is same as the index field in our data file, and we have a block pointer or data pointer. Okay. Now we have to remember, when we are creating an index file for a data file in our secondary indexes, the index field value is a ordered field. We have to remember this. So in our secondary indexing, we are creating an index on an non-ordering field, but after creating the index, that field must be the ordered field, so that we can apply binary search on that field. So this is the example. So here suppose one value 1 is in the data file is in the 1 2 3 4 fourth block. Okay, so when we create an index, that value 1 is in the first and What is a block pointer? Block pointer will pointing the fourth block of our data file. Okay, so when we are creating the index of 4, this 4 is stored after 1, 2, 3, and the block pointer will point the fifth block of our data file. So this is the non-ordering field. The indexing field of our data file is the non-ordering field, and the index file, the index field value will be the ordered field. Okay. Uh, as for example 20. 20 is when we store 20, that will be in ordered, and in the block pointer it will point the fourth block of our data file. So when we are creating the index for 9, so 9 will be after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means it is ordered, and the block pointer will point the first block of our data file. Okay, so this is the example of secondary indexes. Okay, so one more thing, this type of indexing is the example of dense index. So what is dense index? We have an index entry for every value in the data file. So here we have an index entry for every value of the data file. So this type of indexing is known as dense indexes. Okay. So let us summarize the thing. A secondary index provides a secondary means of accessing a file for which some primary access already exists. The secondary index may be on a field which is a candidate key and has a unique value for every record, or a non-key field with duplicate values. The index is an ordered file with two fields. The first field is of the same data type as some non-ordering field of the data file, that is an index field. The second field is either a block pointer or a record pointer. Okay, so this, I think we have lots of discussion with secondary indexes. Okay.